A very good morning. It's Mark here, Wednesday, February the 25th, 7:33 a.m. Eastern, 12:33 p.m. GMT. 30 minutes till the US session gets underway. And let's have a look how the markets are shaping up this morning. US dollar index again on the front foot going into the US session. There you see the small green body. I've got support at 97.56. I've got resistance at 97.93. Certainly a tough resistance level. Buyers have tested this level. This is now the fourth time in the last 5 days. We'll see if buyers continue with demand for US dollars. If we can see this resistance level be tested, broken perhaps to the upside. Next level on the upside would be a test of the descending triangle, and that would come in at around the 98.20 level. But at this point, buyers looking to test that 98 on the upside. We'll see if that does continue through the US session. Sellers, of course, if there's a bounce down from this area, sellers will be looking at the tough support level at 97.56. And for now, price action pretty much contained between the 97.5 and 98 marks. Let's have a look at the S&P 500. Good 2 hours from Wall Street opening up. We're looking at the futures market for now. And there's the green candlestick following up from yesterday's strong day. I've got support at 6,895 and I've got resistance at 6,928, a resistance level that has held for the past almost the past week. We'll see where the buyers can test break above that level going into the US session and once Wall Street does open up, or if we're going to get a turnaround, a bounce down, a sell-off in the equity markets, and sellers look back down at the 6,895 level. But 6,900 holding for now, buyers on the front foot going into the US session. Let's have a look at gold. Sell-off yesterday did look like a bout of profit taking. Buyers on the front foot again this morning. I've got support at 5,136. I've got resistance at 5,210 and now sitting pretty much in the middle of that range, 5,180. Buyers will be looking up at the 5,200 to break above that resistance area, while sellers look to continue from yesterday's sell-off, perhaps looking to test the 5,136 and lower perhaps the 5,100 level. But so far today has recouped almost half of yesterday's losses and looking strong going into the US session. Let's have a look at Brent oil. And have a look over the past 4 days, hanging around that and closing around just over $71, 71 yesterday, 71.01, right now sitting at 71.20. 3 days ago closed at 71.01 as well. So you can see all the activity here between $70 and $71.50. Buyers will look to retest this resistance level, sitting right now at 71.76. Strong resistance level. Buyers will look up at the 72 level if they can break above this resistance. If we get sellers stepping in, bouncing down off this resistance area, sellers will look back down at the 70.44. If I zoom out that little bit, you can see the series of higher lows still very much in place. The most recent being of just a few days ago, sitting at 70.35, and that's where we've seen the bounce up from. We'll see if that can continue and whether this uptrend can break above this resistance level. Bitcoin, for the first time in a while, we have a bounce that has picked up some steam. It's taken out yesterday's high, so no longer a series of lower highs. That's changed a little today, a bounce up off that support level, and the support level being at 63 63,700, 63,000.7, 63,700. I've got resistance at 66,200. Buyers will look to test this intraday resistance level, and I think more importantly, look to see if they can come in and test the descending trend line which we've had in place for this month, and look to test break above the 67, 68,000 will be the first target to give this rebound, this bounce, some legs. Alternatively, a bounce down from this current resistance level at the 66,000, or if it gets to this level again, we might see sellers step in and look back down to test the support sitting at 63,000 for now. Good trading. Keep that discipline today, and I will see you at the end of day session.